This is a Dexnor case for the Samsung Galaxy Tab A8. This case would normally cost $26. I was provided it for free to review. They haven't paid me for my review, and so my opinions remain my own. So in the box we have a little instruction manual, a thank you card, and the case itself inside of a protective plastic baggie. Looks like we're going to have to cut or rip this baggie open, so let's get to that. Alright, so it has a little sticker here that says separating front casing from rear case, a little arrow pointing there. The case currently has foam inside, and on the back here it has a cutout for the camera and a built-in kickstand. So let me read the manual. Alright, step 1, tear protective film off front cover. Check. Now they have disassembling steps and assembling steps. It says install the front cover onto the tab. So apparently I need to get the front and back cover off. Pry the bottom right corner of the back cover. Alright, so there is a notch right here. So to identify it, you find the notch, and then you're supposed to pry at that notch. Okay, I got it. I thought I might need a tool, but I didn't. Remove the back cover, remove the front cover. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. So we also have a protective film in here, and it has a sticker that says, please peel off this mask application. So we're going to peel that off as well. Okay, I feel like I should clean my screen before I put it in here. Alright, so the manual has disassembling steps 1, 2, 3, and then assembling steps 1, 2, 3. It comes shipped to you assembled with a foam in it. So basically you want to do 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6. Okay, I have cleaned this guy off. I'm trying to keep fingerprints off the front face. The key thing to look for here are these 3 little holes here. Those match up to where these buttons are. And there's also 2 little holes here that match up to where the camera is. And so what I'm doing is I'm putting that camera right there, I'm putting these buttons in there, and I'm going to put the top of the tablet in first. So I put the top in here and then push it forward like that. And that goes in okay there. These buttons kind of just slide down in, and I'm pushing this forward because I want that as far forward as possible so I can get these back sides in. And so then I'm kind of pushing around the edges here, and I'm going to pull with my fingers this way and push with my thumbs that way, and it snaps on your tablet, the front face. So this front protector, you could theoretically use the front protector alone by itself without the rear on the tablet. You wouldn't get the benefit of the rubber shock absorber or the kickstand on the back, but you could theoretically use the front part, the kind of screen protector part, by itself because it snaps on and it holds on pretty well by itself. But assuming you want to put the whole thing together, now you have the camera, and obviously the camera goes in that hole, so that makes lining this up pretty easy. Keep in mind that there's this side here that makes it easy to pry open. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the thing in here and then push it down. So I just flip it over, camera goes in that hole, and so I'm going to push these 2 corners in and down first. And I have to keep them in and down. And then pushing on the side, this rubber kind of folds up over the side, and then you pop it all the way around, and you kind of push and pull until that rubber completely sets inside the little notches. So I'm going to work my way around, make sure that rubber is fully seating. So right here there's a little gap. I push it in there, it kind of snaps in place. And it has these buttons here So the power button goes on and off there, and then the volume button here works as well. All right, so on this case, obviously I've already shown you the kickstand, but it has a kickstand on the back. It has a hole for the camera, has the power button. It has the power button and the volume buttons. It has a hole right here. It might be a microphone or a reset switch. I forget exactly where the reset switch is on this guy. On the bottom, it has 2 slots for speakers, a USB-C port, a headphone jack, and it does have a round thing here, so your headphone cable can't have like a big square thing on it. It needs to be small and round to go all the way in there. And then there was another little hole on the top here, so there's 2 more speaker ports and a little hole on the top. So one of those is microphone, one of those might be a reset. Don't stick the pin in the wrong one, otherwise you'll break your microphone. So there's the 2 cameras that line up in these holes here. There's some type of sensor, maybe a light sensor over there as well. So it fits the tablet very nicely. It has rubber padding. The corners all have a little extra rubber on it. And it has, you know, the screen protector. And so this guy here is doing a pretty good job of protecting the tablet. It also makes it easier to hold on to because you kind of have these lips all the way around, and the rubber is not as slippery as the tablet itself. So that provides pretty decent protection to the tablet. Obviously, if something hits the tablet right here, this is a plastic film screen. It's not like a super hard glass screen. So you can still break the screen of your tablet if you were to hit it with a hammer or something. But if it were to fall, that has a little bit of protection, you know, and it's going to hit one of these corners most likely first, as opposed to unless you have it fall on a spike, in which case you're just really unlucky. And the kickstand does have these 45-degree corners, so obviously you can do in the portrait mode there, but it also works in landscape mode, and you could even turn it upside down to do landscape mode that way if you wanted to. Now size-wise, this guy is about as big around as the tablet was. It, you know, adds just a little bit there. This thickness here is where it really is, you're going to notice the increase. So that's probably 2 to maybe 3 times as thick as the tablet by itself. And some of that's because of this kickstand, some of that's just because of the rubber padding around it. So size-wise, what you're gaining a lot of is the thickness. So at the price point, I think that's a very good value for protecting your tablet. You know, it has the built-in kickstand, which is a very nice feature for a heavier tablet like this. Does good protection around the edges. Obviously, you know, nothing's guaranteed. It can't protect your tablet from everything, but this is going to provide a lot of extra protection in case you accidentally drop your tablet or it falls out of your hands.